In today's video, I want to take you guys through the revelation of a brand new PlayStation 4 open world game, and it's coming very soon. It's actually coming in less than a month, and that game is called Eastshade. It launched on PC back in February, but now it's coming to PlayStation 4 on October 21st. I'll give you guys the rundown on that. Also, Spirit of the North gets a release date of November 1st. That game looks very good. Interesting art style to that one as well, so I wanted to cover that. And Outbuddies launches October 15th for PC. On the PlayStation 4, you're gonna have to wait a little while longer, Q1 2020 to be exact for that. But that game looks really good as well, so I wanted to give that a mention. And Star Wars Battlefront 2 is adding a new planet, character, and co-op mode, so that game is still trucking along. After the butchered launch back in 2017, content updates are still being rolled out for Battlefront 2, so that's kind of cool to see. Alright, kicking things off again, Eastshade, an open world exploration game, is hitting the PlayStation 4 on October 21st, and this is a game that was received very well on PC. It has a 78 on Metacritic, however, the Steam user reviews paint a more positive picture. 87% positive based on 1,105 user reviews, and then 88% positive based on the 84 recent user reviews. The game visually is absolutely gorgeous, and you're a traveling painter in the title, exploring the island of Eastshade. Capture the world on canvas with your artist, talking to the inhabitants to learn about their lives, make friends and help those in need, visit cities, skill summits, unearth mysteries, and discover forgotten places. You've got some very interesting characters in here. Make friends and help those in need, discover mysteries and uncover secrets about the land, surmount natural impasses to reach forgotten places, experience how your actions impact the world around you. It's touted as a peaceful open world exploration adventure full of characters, so don't expect this to be a high-octane game filled with a lot of action. That's not what this game is going for. It's going for more of a sublime, more relaxing style of experience, and I can definitely dig something like that. You'll compose paintings anywhere in the world and offer them to the locales to unlock secrets and gain items, acquire crafting materials and schematics to surmount obstacles and solve quests, and make friends along the way through fully voice-acted, dynamic conversations and unlockable topics. The game released at $24.99 on PC, so hopefully it sees a similar price point release on consoles, but visually, again, the game looks really good, and given that we're getting a lot of open world games that are heavy on the action, heavy on the thrill, yes, I'm a big fan of games like that, and of course we'll be getting more open world games like that, but it's nice to go a little bit off the beaten path and get a game that's more relaxing, that's more soothing, and it's not going to be a ridiculously challenged game. It's just a game you can pop in and just enjoy it for a little bit, or get super invested into and then get completely absorbed into the world. But it's not like you have to be so invested to it where you're dying all the time. It's not going to be gameplay like Sekiro Shadows Die Twice for sure, but it looks like a captivating game all the same. They did upload an Eastshade extended trailer. We'll leave a link to that in the description box below, and it seems to have some interesting gameplay elements as well. It's not completely void of gameplay, but this is definitely one that prioritizes exploration and visual captivation instead of, let's say, gameplay captivation. So that's coming October 21st. Also coming pretty soon is Spirit of the North. That got a brand new trailer, and again, it'll be hitting the PS4 on November 1st. The game is a single-player third-person adventure game inspired by the breathtaking and mysterious landscapes of Iceland, so that's a very unique setting. We don't see a lot of games set in Iceland. The story takes root from various pieces of Nordic folklore. The game is unique in that it purposely has no dialogue or narrative. Players must breathe in their surroundings to solve various puzzles and speculate the meaning of a lost ancient civilization. Play as an ordinary red fox whose story becomes entwined with the guardian of the northern lights, a female spirit fox. As you journey over the mountains and under red-strained skies, you'll discover more about your companion and a land left in ruin. Key features of the game tout: awaken, begin a quiet journey of discovery and companionship, and awaken the slumbering spirit of the north. Journey with the help of your new companion, shed light on the ruins of the past and overcome obstacles. Discover, traverse tundra, glaciers, and mountainsides as you follow a foreboding scarlet trail that paints the sky. A brand new trailer was uploaded with the gameplay trailer, so if you want some insight into what to expect out of the game, check that out for yourself. But this looks like a very visually pleasing game. I feel like Eastshade and Spirit of the North really go hand in hand, where Spirit of the North definitely has some gameplay elements, but again, it's more focused on the scenery, the visuals, and all of those elements are incredibly gorgeous. What I would compare Spirit of the North to is honestly more like a That Game Company title, whether it be a Flower or a Journey. It's just got that very unique style of presentation to it, where yes, there's probably going to be a very moving and emotional story attached to it, but it's not one that's going to smack you over the head with it. It's really you to decipher the world's lore and story for yourself, and a lot of people are probably going to come to various different different conclusions. That's just my 2 cents, but again, Spirit of the North will be hitting the PlayStation 4 on November 1st. Alright, moving on from that, here's a game that I personally am very excited for, and that is the Metroidvania title in Outbuddies. It was announced that the game will be dropping on October 15th for PC. Unfortunately, the PS4 version won't be coming until later in 2020, Q1 to be exact. That was announced by publisher Head Up Games and developer Julian Laufer. In a blog post, Julian Laufer shared new information on the game's combat mechanics and weapon systems. Outbuddies uses ranged weapons and classic 4-way shooting, which was chosen by intention and forces the player to directly engage all types of foes. Poisonous bugs and spiky crawlers inflict contact damage, while bigger enemies can be passed by and use both ranged and melee type attacks to kick your ass. All types of hazards can be dodged by steamrolling, and a late game upgrade, the Spin Blade, even allows to harm enemies by dodging them. All 4 upgradable weapon systems also function as a selective tools, and there are 2 weapon slots available that can be equipped in parallel to create some interesting mix-ups. All 4 weapons and their functions at a glance. You've got the Seahorse Revolver, your standard plasma gun, and best friend unleashes a powerful vaporizing beam when charged up, has a high fire rate, and good damage output. You've got the Missile Launcher, your best choice when facing heavy-duty light bosses, encounters, or multiple tanky enemies at once. They can even break stones, but your storage is very limited and has to be upgraded by searching for missile tanks. You've got the Bubble Beam, a tactical weapon that fires organic ooze that can immobilize enemies and turn them into a suitable platform to step on. When charged, immobilizing clusters will spread to stun whole groups of foes. And then you've got the Caridium Galvanizer, energizes wall structures and can repower shutdown facilities. When charged, it unleashes a powerful dash that can connect to a spider ball like Wall Run and enables you to reach every corner of Ballum. Movement in Outbuddies is touted to be very fast-paced, like also seen in Hollow Knight or Dead Cell, so that's very good. The movement in those 2 games are really good. Controls are also tight, allowing for split-second decisions and various cancels to survive heated combat situations. To spice things up, he noted that he implemented a mostly optional stealth system, so large enemy groups and security systems can be sneaked by, so that's pretty cool. That should add another layer to Metroidvania gameplay. And your droid buddy is equipped with the telekinetic abilities to use the environment against your enemies, and collectible hacking protocols enable Buddy to even modify enemy behavior to your advantage. The game does also tout an open world experience, real non-linear Metroidvania gameplay, and uncover 5 distinct areas, all with remarkable puzzles, environmental hazards, epic boss encounters, and captured woes into a cage. Your buddy unit will procedurally map the area and function as a handy quality of life tool that can be controlled at will to manipulate your surroundings using various abilities like hacking, scanning, and telekinesis. The game will also feature local co-op play, so obviously that's something that I always like to see in games. The local co-op option invites a second player to explore and experience this adventure together by taking control over the invincible buddy unit. Again, there's a lot more information about Outbuddies right now. We'll leave a link that'll go more in depth based on everything that the blog post put out, as well as all of the information available on the Steam page. But this is a game that for Metroidvania fans, I think is going to be one to be on the lookout for. And usually with games like this, they're ones that don't have a ton of buzz leading into their release, but after they release, that's when people really start taking note of it, and it becomes one of those games that gains wildfire. Look at a game like Dead Cells. It's not like that game had a colossal amount of hype leading into its release, but afterwards, when people started playing it, it just blew up, and I could see something very similar happening with Outbuddies. And lastly, I do want to give a shout to Star Wars Battlefront 2, everybody's favorite launch game of all time. No, that's obviously a joke coming from everybody's favorite publisher of all time, EA, obviously another joke, but it is adding a new planet character and cooperative mode, so all credit where credit is due to Star Wars Battlefront 2. Yes, it was one of the worst promoted games of all time. The marketing ruined this game, and I often say when talking about Star Wars Battlefront, how EA could be handed on a silver platter a franchise that was bound to sell millions upon millions of copies, and they've just butchered it like they did with Star Wars Battlefront, and Battlefront 2 is beyond me, but that is where we're at today. However, Battlefront 2 continues to make leaps and bounds, and the cooperation update will bring back the instant action mode that started with the original Battlefront titles. This mode allows players to play offline battles against AI. Instant action can also be played in co-op with up to 3 other players. The mode will launch with Clone Wars era locations first. All of this is coming on an update on September 25th, so that is tomorrow. And also coming as a part of this update is the Clone Commando character and Felucia, a planet containing dangerous vegetation and a giant Sarlacc pit. The Galactic Republic operatives come equipped with a DC-17M repeating blaster rifle with anti-armor attachment, a repulsor that sends out shockwaves, and the battle focus ability that reduces damage to nearby allies while healing the commando if damage is done to enemies. Again, the cooperation update will be dropping for PlayStation 4, PC, and Xbox One Wednesday, September 25th. Absolutely free update, and that's great to see. I mean, even though not too many people are playing Battlefront 2 at this point, there are some people playing it, and given that EA Access is available on every platform, you can get into the game very cheap, and there is actually a quality game here. Unfortunately, again, the promotion was just butchered so badly that the game is never going to become what it had the potential to be. Honestly, at this point, I don't really think Battlefront is recoverable as a franchise, but you could have said the same thing about No Man's Sky, you could have said the same thing about Final Fantasy XIV, and look at where those games are at. I just think with EA, when a lot of damage is done, it is very hard to recover those franchises, but we'll see in the future. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, a brand new open world game is coming to the PlayStation 4 with Eastshade on October 21st. That's a game I think you should have your eyes on. Spirit of the North drops November 1st. Outbuddies will be hitting the PS4 in early 2020, and Star Wars Battlefront 2 is getting a free update, adding a new planet, character, and co-op mode, so that's pretty cool. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.